Hey guys, welcome to NIJ Changemakers. This is Priyanka Deo, and today I'm here with the CEO of IIDE, Mr. Karan Shah. Karan, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for being here. So we're excited to talk to you today.
That's
So
good.
first, tell me what IIDE is, what you guys do, and how you came up with the idea.
So IIDE stands for the Indian Institute of Digital Education. It is today India's premier school for digital skills.
Okay.
Basically, when we looked at the digital scenario back in 2013 when it started booming, we realized that there are four major elements in digital. We all use apps, we all have these things. So what are they actually? What is an app? What is a computer? It's actually, it's coding. Someone's programming something, then someone is giving it the visuals. Okay, so when you make an app, someone's actually programmed it, then someone's given the looks to it. And then someone digitally markets it to you, and that's why you download it, and eventually you end up using it. Everything that we did offline today is now going online. Everything is becoming mobile oriented or app based. And then we thought that the demand and supply gap for this is massive. That means everybody wants to move their business to digital, and there are very few people who can do this. So when we saw this demand supply gap,
When you say very few people that can do this,
is
it because they lack the skills of how to code something?
Absolutely. India's current education is not equipping people with the right skill set to go ahead and do something like this. And that's why there's a massive, I can say like a massive, I don't even know, I can't give a number to it, but there's a massive demand supply gap where every business is looking at digital transformation and very few skilled individuals can actually do that for them. It can be from coding, digital designing, digital marketing, or data analysis.
And that was enter IID.
And that is enter IID. We want to be the best school for digital. If you're looking at digital skills, you want to digitally transform your business, you got to be hiring from my institute. That's the way we began.
Alright, and what types of things do you teach to your students?
So we teach digital marketing, and exactly all the things I said. We teach people programming, we teach people digital marketing, we teach people digital designing and data analysis. So it's an end-to-end digital transformation, and you can choose any industry you like based on your interest, and after that you can go ahead and use it for companies.
How many students do you currently teach?
Per year we teach roughly 2,500 students, and in the last 6 years we've taught over 15,000 students.
And 6 years ago was when you started?
I started teaching actually out of a garage in 2011. So in a chawl back in Churni Road East, I used to have 8 plastic chairs, and the size of this office we're sitting in right now, 200 square foot, is where I used to teach 8 students. And slowly from there it began as I became a visiting faculty at certain colleges. And got my first office just 3 years back. We've shifted 6 offices actually. Got my first classroom, we used to rent classrooms, but we got a legit office 3 years back, and we've seen transformational growth. We're doing 5x per year, 500%.
Where have your graduates gone?
Everywhere. The best of the best. So you can say our graduates go to Social Connect, Foxymoron. I'm naming the biggest digital marketing companies. Togglehead, Web Shakers, just name it and they've been there. So like the best part is we don't need to work hard for placements because of the demand and supply gap. So I'm telling you that people who study for us.
What types of positions do they get?
They generally begin as freshers. So they will begin as digital marketing executives. But eventually you'll see them go up the ladder. They will be senior strategy members or creative directors or something like that. But generally we educate the fresher crowd, the just graduating crowd, because we impart the right skill before they get into the job industry.
Gotcha. And now I think the trend in India is definitely, as well as all over the world, is going to digital. I think you shared this fact with me. I had the stat a little off, but as of 2017, it's interesting to see though. 2017, 22% of India was digital. This year, it's 30%. So it's just rapidly growing. Where do you see? We all know that digital is important. If I say that, everyone's going to say yes, we know. But how, since you're in this industry, how and why is it important?
Let me answer the why first. So I'm going to give you 3 reasons. The number 1 reason is, I'm going to ask you the question. What was the price of 1 GB of internet data in 2016? Any idea?
I was not in this country in 2016.
So I'll tell you that.
300 rupees.
Absolutely correct.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, absolutely correct. So 1 GB of internet data costed you 300 rupees. Indians would consume 1 GB of internet data over 30 days, 1 month time. Today, because of service providers like Jio, you are getting in the same 300 rupees, you are getting 1 GB of internet data per day.
Right.
Which basically means Indians are paying 10 rupees a day and can consume 1 GB of internet data. One 3-hour movie is 700 MB. Which basically means each and every villager, town, rural India, urban India is going to have access to the internet.
And I think on top of that, in the past 3 to 4 years, smartphone usage has also more than
That's
doubled.
my second point.
Yep.
So we are today the world's second fastest mobile-only country after China. So villages do not have computers in our country. We skipped the generation of computers. Every Indian has a mobile phone, a smartphone. Our smartphones are less than $100, right? Which is extremely. We're the world's cheapest country, second cheapest country when it comes to mobile phones.
Right.
So we're the world's cheapest country when it comes to internet data, and we're the world's second cheapest country when it comes to smartphones. And the third reason is our Prime Minister is forever talking about digital India. So when you add these three things up, I am telling you that my statistic and the readings that I have, by 2022, we're going to hit 100 crore Indians online. Which means that every business needs to understand that digital transformation is a must.
Do you feel that, now your third point, do you feel that the Prime Minister encouraging, maybe the government encouraging digital India is a good thing?
Absolutely. I think everybody now is open towards it. A lot of people previously were unsure or uncertain about digital, or I'd say they use the word scared. That, oh, what is digital? What is digital?
Which is what I was trying to get at. Do you still feel that people are a little hesitant towards digital, or do you feel that at least the encouragement is forcing people maybe to at least learn what it is?
That's what I'm saying. When you keep seeing boards across your television screen saying Digital India, people are not convinced that you have to move.
Right.
All the people who are slightly apprehensive, I'd say that your career or your job will be obsolete 5 years from now. So you either got to walk with the world or you got to stay back.
Keep up, or
keep up, or like just go home. But I'm very certain.
Put it in a very polite way.
I'm very certain of what I'm saying, and I would like all the audience to know that digital is the way to go because we have to walk with the world.
Okay, so now when we look at this shift towards digital and when we're talking about existing jobs, right? A lot of large companies right now, like Citibank for example, they have their own subsidiary that takes care of digital, which is, I believe it's called Citibank FinTech. GE is another company that's done this, along with many other large companies. So how would you, I don't want to say compete, but when they're doing this in-house, how does someone that wants to get into digital get their foot in the door?
I'd say we don't compete with them, we join them.
Okay.
I mean, digital
Elaborate on that.
It's a collaborative space. I mean, if they're opening in-house teams, amazing. Indians will join them. We're the smartest people when it comes to digital and technology. We have Bangalore, we have Hyderabad. Right? We're proud to be IT hubs of Asia.
Right.
So for us, if something like this is happening, amazing. We'll have more jobs.
Great.
We'll probably get paid in dollars because these are MNCs. And for us, I think of it as benefit, not as challenge, not as competition.
Okay, so when you say join them, right, and join these more job accessibility is a lot more. A lot of people have complained that Indians have kind of copied and not been at the forefront of digital. So how can India be a leader in digital? What's your take on it?
I think disruption doesn't make you a leader.
Okay.
I think incremental innovation is also enough to make you a leader.
Okay.
So
what do you mean by that?
Which means that I copy you, and then I find your weaknesses and your strengths, and I incrementally innovate my product and offering, and that's enough for me to be a market leader.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not in a perfect competition economy or a monopoly economy. It's a oligopoly or it's monopolistic competition.
Okay.
So in such a scenario, copying and incremental innovation is absolutely normal, and the world better be ready for us.
Okay.
This is the way I'd say it.
Great. And I think my final question for you is embracing digital, because it's coming so fast, I feel. Now people, as you said before, they're definitely aware of it, and we're probably aware that, look, we need to make the move towards digital, right? How can this country embrace digital?
How can? We already are. If you...
Responsibly.
Responsibly.
I didn't finish my question.
Responsibly. So I'd like to tell you that, first of all, what is amazing that we need to first include everybody into the system, which is happening slowly and slowly because of the 3 points we mentioned.
Right.
But we got to get everybody into the system, and now you need to know that in the next 10 years, artificial intelligence is going to come by. Right? Which means that somebody else will be taking decisions based on their own intelligence. The computer will be. So there got to be strict policies on this. We got to be able to revise Facebook's India policies, Google's India policies, make our own policies extremely strict, and we need to centralize decision making out there.
Explain what you mean by that.
which means that we cannot give in to Facebook, which is amazing. Like they all were talking about, making internet free,
Right.
yeah, or all the other concepts of internet being paid for or something on those lines. But we need to centralize decision making. We need trusted people to make the right decisions. Otherwise, artificial intelligence can eat this country up.
Yep.
So prediction for this is pretty hard to make, but I'd say that include everybody, give everybody a chance to make their decisions, take votes because we have everybody on digital.
When you say include everyone, does that mean that everyone gets a smartphone?
Which means everyone gets a smartphone.
Okay.
Everybody needs to have access to digital, to data, to internet. There are simple apps like Namo app or MyGov app where everybody can participate in India's public policy, decision making, they can give their own opinions. And once all these opinions are collected, we can have centralized decision making from the ministry or wherever, where everyone's opinions are taken into consideration. And this decision, whatever we make, whatever policies we make to control digital and the spread of digital responsibly, has to be checked at every interval. And the interval could be 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, I'm not sure. Because digital is moving really fast. A few years ago, I want to book a cab, I have to go down, move my hand out like that, and get a cab.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and hopefully you'll get a cab, right? Or you might just get saying no.
Yeah.
Today you have Uber. You want to book a movie, you would walk to a theater, stand in the line, get a ticket, take your family back in the evening. Today we have Book My Show.
Right.
Anything like this. All I'm saying is that we're moving really fast. Today shopping has become amazing. Like I want to buy a pair of shoes, I can find a pair of shoes, put my foot in front of it, and it will show me how the shoe is looking on my feet.
Right.
Similarly with my specs. So we're moving really fast. Artificial intelligence is coming in, which means a lot of manual jobs will be obsolete. So everything that digital will allow us to do has to have a check. Because here is the way I think. Everything, a coin has two sides. So everything has a pro and has a con.
Right.
We need to find out what is the con, what is the pro, and outweigh it because every pro will have a con. So there might be some winning and there will be some damage, but if the winning is more, then the damage has to happen.
And do you feel that digital has more pros than cons?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Why do you feel that way?
Why do I feel that way? Because today I'm in the US and I can chat with my mother online
Right.
or anything. Just imagine your world is in your pocket. Right? How many hours in a day? We can do everything we want on our phone, and I think that that's amazing.
So you feel that embracing it responsibly means one, accessibility, that everyone should be exposed to this.
Absolutely.
And number two, check it regularly because of the pace at which it's growing.
Absolutely. And if these things are put together, I think we'll be world leaders very
Great.
soon. For sure.
Sounds good.
110%.
So with that being said, we are going to move to the last segment of our interview, which is a rapid fire. You can't look at my notes, which I see you doing.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a word or phrase.
Okay.
First thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Okay? Ready?
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. You don't want to take a deep breath.
Now that you're telling me, I think I'm just going to go take a deep breath, right? Okay.
Okay. Number one, digital.
India.
Okay. Number two, brain drain.
Social media apps.
Why did you roll your eyes when you said that?
Just social media apps.
Okay, how about brain gain?
Brain gain, learning apps today.
Such as?
Udemy, Coursera, Udacity, EDX.
Okay.
So many of them out there.
Okay, great. An app on your phone that you could not do without?
Google Maps.
I think anyone could do without it.
Yeah, Google Maps.
Can you imagine there was a time before
where we had a map, right?
Yeah.
Impossible.
We tried to figure it out. Number four, entrepreneur.
Winning is not everything.
Okay.
It's the only thing.
Okay.
That's the way I look at being an entrepreneur.
What about when you fail?
When you fail, that's amazing.
Okay.
Because when you fail, all you know is the next time you'll go, you may not fail, you'll succeed, right? Your chances of failing just reduce.
That's a good way of looking at it.
That's the way everyone at IIDE looks at it.
Right.
So
that's great. That's great. Next is classroom.
My home ground, my stadium. That's my stadium.
Stadium.
Yeah, that's my stadium.
All right. Number six, let's say skills development.
It gotta be digital and it gotta be widespread. Everyone needs it.
Okay. Work-life balance. And you laugh.
I'd say that it's the most important thing.
Okay.
It's the most important thing. You need a good work-life balance because if there's no health, there's no wealth.
Okay.
That's all I would say.
So that's easy to say.
Right.
How do you manage it?
Well, I'm not doing so well at it right now, is what I'll say, because I'm on a mission to expand exponentially, so I'm giving all my hours to it.
Okay.
But to all the people who work out here, I tell them that health is wealth, and concentrate on your health first. And
You
then
make them, wait, no. You make them drink black coffee. You make all your employees drink black coffee.
Black coffee is, what do you call it? It's a catalyst to your productivity. So my agenda is that in
Love how you're trying to sell black coffee right now.
in the 8 hours that you spend at work, your brain has to be at its top peak performance, and when you go home, you sleep, you know.
After black coffee?
Yeah. No. So you drink your last black coffee at 4 p.m. Okay, so yeah.
At 4 p.m. you drink your last black coffee?
Yeah, your last.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't
When's
know how
the
many-
first one?
No, I don't want to tell you.
Yeah, okay. Alright. So, I mean, NIJ is mainly for youth. So, we target a lot of people who want to maybe enter the entrepreneurial space but are unsure how. You've kind of entered it, you've decided to enter it, and you've sort of, now you're working on scaling up, right? As you said, you want to grow exponentially.
Right.
What advice do you have perhaps to our entrepreneurs, both starting out and in phases where they're trying to scale up?
Well, if you're starting out, my first point to you is identify your strengths, and once you figure out your strengths, identify an opportunity relevant to your strengths, and that's business for you.
Okay.
Now, when you identify your strengths and opportunities, you're going to try doing something about it. You will definitely fail, okay? And there comes my biggest law, which we embrace at IIDE, which is called the law of 1%. Okay? Which means for every 100 attempts, you ought to fail 99 times, and you will only win once. So till you haven't tried 100 times, you can't say you've lost. Okay, so everybody at IID has a law of 1%, and we all know that even if we fail, you will not come to me till you fail 99 times or 100 times. Because the law of 1% works worldwide, the law of 1% works. To the people who are in the entrepreneurial journey, I'd say that if you're an offline business, God help, you have to move to digital, because digital transformation is here, and you can come to IID for that.
Yeah.
But if you're already in the entrepreneurial journey, you're going to see ups and downs, which is obvious. I'll give you one tip which I think helped me exponentially grow, is that for the first 5 years, we have a policy at IID which is a no profit policy, which basically means that I know I'm making profits, but at the end of the financial year, if you have a profit on your book, that's stupid. You have to find an expense against that profit so that your company grows exponentially.
That's a good tip.
So it's a very important tip, because when I was a young entrepreneur and I made profits, my mentor told me that's the most stupidest thing. Having profits in your book in the first 5 years is the stupidest thing you will ever come across. Take home a decent salary, which suffices your expenses, but every other penny of profit, if it's a profit on your books, then you're not expanding. You have to put the penny money back.
Right.
If you're an entrepreneur in the first 5 years, for
That's
sure.
great.
110%.
Thanks for sharing.
Thanks a lot. Thank you so
Alright.
much.
That concludes NIJ Changemakers. Thank you, Karan, for being here and sharing your insight.
Thank you so much.
It was a lot of fun. I'm Priyanka Deo, signing out.